Today I'm going to show you some art supplies. So, first up is brushes. I use Trekell brushes most of the time. I like these sort of synthetic soft ones. If you're working on like a smooth surface, I think they're really good. You can do washes, you can do thicker stuff. I think they're great. When I'm doing more detailed work, I'll also use these synthetic ones. They're like synthetic mongoose. They're called Legion brushes. I like the filbert ones for these. And of course I use some big brushes also. Stuff like that, really good. A lot of times people think I'm using palette knives a lot, and I do. I have this Holbein palette knife that I like a lot. It's great, but what I'm really using most of the time when people think I'm using a palette knife are these scrapers you can buy at like Home Depot. So I can do like big scrapes on the canvas, all sorts of stuff, or I can apply thick paint with them. I just really like them. I like how they feel. Over here on my easel you can see I have one of these nice brush holders. It's just like a ceramic thing, but you just set it there. Keeps your brushes in order. Here are my paints. So they just sort of pull out from underneath where my palette is. It's a glass palette, by the way. Pretty much only use Blue Ridge oil colors. I've been using them for probably over 10 years. Super consistent, buttery, good feel. I just really like them a lot. And I'm pretty basic with what I use. I don't play around with a lot of different colors. So I have like my titanium white, yellow ochre, cobalt blue, ultramarine blue, ivory black occasionally, cadmium red light, permanent crimson, transparent red oxide, and viridian. You know, white, yellow, reds, green, blues, black. Okay, so here's the mediums I use. Pretty much the main thing I use is Gamsol when I'm painting. So it's just mixing my colors, and when I want it a little thinner or looser, I'll put Gamsol. I put it in one of these little jars. When the painting gets dried out and the colors look different than they actually normally would when they're varnished, I put retouch varnish on. So this is the Utrecht brand. I just put a little bit of that on, and it works well for me to see what the colors really are. When I'm cleaning brushes that I used the retouch on, a lot of times I have to use turpentine to really get the varnish off, because this doesn't get it off as well. So this is for like hard to clean brushes. I use turpentine. For washing brushes I use safflower oil. So I just pour a little bit of this on my palette, wash the brush in that, and then hang it in my rack with safflower oil on it. I also have this thing. This has safflower oil in it also. You can just clean the brush in there, and then sort of keeps it in one place. Oh, and one other thing I occasionally use, oleo gel from Rublev. It's great when you have something that's dry on your painting that you want to work into, but still have that wet on wet feel. Another interesting tip that you guys might like to know is for when I'm painting, how do I look at the image that I'm working with? I take my computer monitor and lift it up and bring it over here. So I literally just bring it back and forth for when I'm working on the computer versus working on a painting. And then I look at my monitor and paint. Normally this would be behind the canvas, sort of like as if I'm working from life. On top of my easel I attached fluorescent bulbs, so I like added some wood beams going off of the easel so I could hang a fluorescent light fixture. You guys might also be wondering, what am I using to film this on? This is a Lumix G9. I do all my photo shoots with this camera. I love it. It's great. Highly recommend. Okay guys, that's it. Thanks for joining me. The next video, I think we're gonna paint some lips. Hope to see you again next time. Thanks, bye.